All right, everybody, we are recording now. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Angie, for being on camera. If anyone else wants to come on camera, you are welcome to. But as I said earlier, you no need to. So today we are kicking off the 30-day home workout program that we're launching. And this is going to be a lot of fun because I do home workouts every day. And although I have a lot of equipment at home, mostly I don't use any of it. I mostly do body weight stuff. And a lot of folks feel that because they don't have equipment or they don't have access to a gym, that they are limited severely in what they can do from a fitness perspective. And so we are going to dispel that myth because you can get a killer workout using gravity and your human body. So we are starting on Monday. So we are a mere 6 days away from kicking this off. And I am going to go over a few things today. Let me get my notes here. So we're going to talk about the format of the workout, what you'll need from an equipment perspective, duration, who is this for, and so on, and quite a bit more. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I am recording this call. I had a number of folks that sent me questions but could not make it to this live kickoff. So I'm recording so that everyone can get the answers to the questions. So first of all, the workout format, it's going to be very simple. I am organizing just about all of the workouts exactly the same. So you're going to have a warm up, which will consist of 2 to 3 movements, which is really just designed to get your body warm and get some flexibility into your joints. There will be a workout itself, which is about 3 to 5 movements, and you'll go through the same movements a few times. So you'll go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movements, and then you will take a break, and then you'll go through all the movements again, and you will essentially just keep doing those for a set number of rounds. And so it's pretty straightforward. It'll be like, for example, 45 seconds of squats, 45 seconds of push-ups, 45 seconds of a plank, and 45 seconds of sit-ups, rest for 1 minute, and repeat. After you go through your specified number of rounds of that, you'll have a quick cool down. Cool down will consist of a little bit of light stretching, and then you will finish with some deep breathing. I am just going to comment, all of the workouts end with deep breathing, and it's very easy to just skip that part and be like, this is kind of hokey. I don't have time for this. I'm not going to do it. So I put it there for a reason. Don't skip the deep breathing. It's there because I want you to wind down from your workout effectively. So deep breathing has a very therapeutic effect, both physically and mentally. In fact, I just released a podcast all about breath work. So if you don't know about the amazing powers of deep breathing and breath work, then go listen to my podcast, the Superhuman Blueprint podcast. Anyhow, that's the format. So really short warm up, pretty short workout. The workout itself is 15 to 20 minutes and then a short cool down. The warm up and the cool down are 5 or less than 5 minutes. So all in, we're looking at 30 minutes or less per workout and about 20 minutes of actual hard work. Now, in order to create this workout in a way that works for anyone, instead of giving you a specific number of repetitions of an exercise movement, excuse me, I'm giving you a duration of time to do that exercise movement. For example, like I said, if your workout is squats, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever, you have 45 seconds of squats. For someone that is severely out of shape, 45 seconds of squats might be 5 squats, and that's okay. For someone that is extremely fit, maybe they're going to crank out 45 squats in 45 seconds. I don't know. Probably not, but or maybe they'll throw in a jump and do a jump squat to make it more challenging. The idea is it needs to be challenging for you. So within that 45-second round, you should be fatigued by the end of the 45 seconds. So if you're not fatigued, that means that you need to go harder. Hope that makes sense. Um, and you can use it round over round, right? Because each workout is multiple rounds. So if, say, the first round in 45 seconds, you did 10 squats, and you're like, oh, that wasn't bad. Okay, well, you're going to get through all of your exercise movements and you're going to start again. So the next time you get to squats, if 10 was easy, maybe try to do 15. So you want to find that point where you're challenging yourself. If you don't feel challenged, then you're not experiencing growth. And if you're not experiencing growth, then what's the point? I mean, you're still moving your body. So it's always good to move your body, but let's work towards growth. So that is the format of the workout itself. Don't skip your breath work. Duration, we talked about. Who is this for? This is for anyone. So like I said, it's tailored to be as hard as you make it because we set it within a time parameter. Also, if I look at, who's the demographic that I'm mostly tailoring this workout for, it's for people that are busy and don't have time to go spend an hour and a half getting a crazy awesome workout in. So what we're going to do is we're going to get short awesome workouts in. So this is for people that want to get a workout in but don't have lots of time to dedicate to a long and rigorous workout. The good news is you can get a killer workout in 30 minutes. Does anybody remember P90X? Tony Horton, he's the man, my idol. I want to be him when I grow up. I'm pretending I'm not grown up yet. He There was an evolution of P90X. P90X was hour workouts. He had created a second one, X2, that was hour workouts, and then he did P90X3. There's 30-minute workouts, and it's really hard. So point being here, this is as hard as you want it to be based on your own level of commitment. So how do you make time for this? So now hopefully you've known already, but workouts are 30 minutes or less. So with just a few more days before we get started, it's time to think about what is it going to take to commit to 30 minutes and how are you going to fit that into your schedule? And we all have different schedules, right? We have things going on. We have families, we have dependents, we have jobs, we have things that keep us busy in our lives. So everyone, you're going to have to figure out for yourself how to carve out 30 minutes for this. And, if we're talking 30 minutes, we're really talking like, let's say 40 minutes, because even after your cool down, you're probably going to want to rinse off or towel off or whatever. So what does that mean? Does that mean waking up 40 minutes earlier? Maybe. For me, it does. That's the only time I get my workout in, either before my kids wake up or after they go to bed. But the time from when they go to bed is the time I reserve to be with my wife. So for me, it means waking up early. What does it mean for you? That it's for you to figure out. Everyone has different schedules. Everyone has different priorities. So just think about 40 minutes. One thing I will say is, if at all possible, I'm looking at you, Bobby, don't sacrifice your sleep. Whatever sleep you can get, try not to sacrifice your sleep, because sleep is immensely important, especially as you begin on a workout journey. You need sleep for recovery. Deep sleep, which is the restorative sleep you get on the front end of your sleep, is where you get your physical recovery. REM sleep, which is what you get on the tail end of your time sleeping, is where you get your mental recovery, and you need both. But particularly the physical recovery as you're engaging in a workout program. So try not to sacrifice sleep. Then maybe that means going to bed earlier. And in that regard, something else that I wanted to make sure that we talk about here is, what does your support system look like? So if you're engaging in a new program that's going to take time for yourself, a lot of people have this misconception, oh, it's selfish for me to take time for myself. Well, it's not, if it helps you to be healthy and show up your best all the time, right? For me, I accept that I need me time, because if I don't get me time, then I'm grumpy, and nobody wants grumpy Drew around. So, one, embrace taking time for yourself, and two, figure out how to work that into your support system. So if you have people that depend on you, people that live with you, people that expect you to be available at certain times, then figure out with those people how to make this work. For example, if you need to wake up earlier to get your workout in, that means maybe you need to go to bed a little bit earlier. And there are outside factors that involve other people that kind of influence when you go to bed, then it might be a good idea to talk to those outside factors that influence your bedtime. So make sure that for anyone that might have an influence on whatever you have to do with your schedule, that they understand what's going on and that they know and support your journey for self-growth. And then actually in that regard, one thing also I want to talk about was anytime you embark on a new program, if you're just going to a class, if you're doing a workout, if you're doing anything, it's more fun and it's also helpful to have an accountability partner, so someone to do it with. So if you have a spouse, roommate, child, friend that is interested in doing a 30-day home workout program, then by all means get them in on the program and have them do it with you. It helps to have those checks and balances, right? Someone to connect with as you're about to get started on the workout, someone to do the workout with, someone to talk to afterwards to share your experience. We've got the Facebook group, so I hope that you will all engage with me through the Facebook group and share your experiences there. But it's always nice to have someone that you're really close to go through that with. Customization and modification. So everyone has unique capabilities, unique limitations, and all I can say is do what works for you. If I'm telling you to do a push-up and you have a shoulder injury and you can't do a push-up, then do something else. The worst thing you can do is nothing. Don't give up because you can't do whatever the prescribed movement is, but do something else. Maybe if you can't do a push-up, maybe you can do a tricep dip. Maybe you can do a plank. So just consider your alternatives. If you need an idea of different types of exercises that exist within the Facebook group, I have the list of 30 bodyweight exercises that you can do at home. So if you haven't already downloaded that list, go download that list in case you need alternative movements, if there's something that you can't do in the program. By the way you're going to see it, so I'm going to post each workout in the Facebook group every day. And the way it will be is it'll show you the whole workout, and the different exercise movements will be linked to tutorial videos. So you'll want to look at it in advance so that you know how to do the movements if it's something you're unfamiliar with. For example, if I say do a um, Bulgarian split squat and you don't know what that is, cool. I'm going to have a link to a little YouTube tutorial so you can see what that is. So when it comes time to do the workout itself, you're not killing time pulling up tutorial videos in the middle of your workout. If you want If you need severe customization or modification based on whatever your own limitations are, I do offer one-on-one coaching, so you can certainly connect with me on that if you need that. But use your best judgment. The best thing you can do is just make yourself work, push your body. It is exactly 30 days, so we start on Monday, September 30th, and we finish on Tuesday, October 29th, I believe. Is that Tuesday? I will say the last two workouts are a little bit longer. So after 28 days of working out, you can push yourself a little harder. So carve out some time Monday and Tuesday, October 27th and 28th, or 28th, 29th, something like that. And I think those workouts are about 45 minutes. So we'll push ourselves a little bit harder on the tail end, and you can earn that one Snickers that I'm allowing you to eat on Halloween. The fun sized Snickers, not the big one. You don't get the big one. What equipment do you need? You need the ground. You need some floor space. Not a lot of floor space. Um, at least let's just say 8-10 feet of floor space, side to side. There's a little bit of side to side movement, not a lot of front to back movement. You don't need a lot of floor space. You will need a wall. So we do have wall sits, which is where you press your back up against the wall in a kind of a chair position. And you'll need a chair. So dining room chair, folding chair, a chair without wheels. We'll do some movements where either you'll need the chair just for stability to hold on to. We'll do tricep dips where you got your hands on the edge of the chair like this, and you're pushing yourself up and down on the edge of the chair. Decline push-ups. There's a few things with the chair, but that's it. That's all you need for equipment. The one other thing that I recommend is a interval timer. So on your smartphone, you can go to the App Store and download an interval timer. This is where you can specify what rounds you want. For example, if I say you have a workout that is 5 45-second rounds, 1 minute of rest, and you repeat that 3 times, there are apps where you can plug that into the timer and it will give you exactly that. It'll give you 5 45-second rounds, 1 minute of rest, and then it will repeat that 2 more times. So go find an interval timer app. They're free. The one I use is called Gymnext, Gymnext, one word, Gymnext. It's free. I love it. It's got a lot of options on it. It's very easy to use, but there's a lot out there, so you don't need that one. Should you expect results from this workout? I hope so. And here's the thing, in a 30-day workout, you're probably not going to see immense physical change. You'll probably feel it. You'll feel it more than you see it as long as you do it like you mean it. So if you half-ass the workout, then you'll get half-assed results. But if you do it like you mean it, then you will feel it like you meant it. Now, I would say use this as a kind of a trial run to figure out if fitness in your life works, right? I hope it does, because a lot of science these days saying that muscle is the organ of longevity, and if you don't have muscle, then your all-cause mortality rate is much higher, risk of early death. So put some muscle on your body. You don't have to bulk up to have muscle, but everyone should be working out and doing resistance training. That said, you can see results. If you push yourself hard after 30 days, you can absolutely see changes. You can see changes in your physique after a 30-day workout program if you push yourself hard. What if you have questions along the way? Well, we've got our Facebook group. So like I said, I'll be posting the workouts in the group. If you have questions about the workout, just reply to the workout. Just put a comment at the bottom of the workout, and I will keep an eye on it, and I will do my best to answer those questions. I'll find some of my fitness people that are in the group and get them to keep an eye on it as well, and make sure that we have people that understand exercise and understand these exercise movements to keep an eye on that and answer questions should you have any along the way. If you have questions about modifications or anything else, you can drop them in there as well. We'll do our best to address those. Again, if you want a lot of dedicated one-on-one time, then I do offer one-on-one coaching, but you don't really need it unless you want a lot of individual attention. Diet. So one of the questions that came in was, what about diet? So I am not prescribing a diet as part of this. However, I will say eat to support your progress. That means eating as clean as possible, get rid of all of that ultra processed crap. If it's got more than 3 ingredients, throw it in the garbage can. And you'll want to eat, because this is a lot of resistance training, you are going to want to make sure that you have adequate protein. By the way, I have a podcast coming out all about protein, I think next week. So listen to that one too. But high protein is very much advised when it comes to building and maintaining muscle mass. And make your protein can be whatever it is. If you consume animal protein, that's great. It's very easy to get high quality animal protein with a really good essential amino acid profile. If you do not eat animal protein, you'll be a bit more challenged, but it's certainly possible. So eat clean, make sure that you have adequate protein. When I say adequate protein, so this is, a lot of people find this a little hard to digest, pun intended, but I got some smiles. I appreciate that. The most recent studies on what adequate protein intake means is they're saying take your ideal body weight in pounds and you eat that amount of protein in grams. So if your ideal body weight is 150 pounds, you should be eating 150 grams of protein every single day, which sounds like a lot because a lot of people are only eating like 60, 70 grams of protein per day. So if you don't track your macronutrient intake, your protein, fat, and carb, you might want to take the next few days just to look at it and see what you are eating right now, and if you have to make adjustments to that. I certainly did. I did not eat. My I'm happy with my weight. I weigh 185 pounds, and so consuming 185 grams of protein every single day definitely requires a lot of intention for me. But once I figured it out, it's really not that hard. Um, and we're gonna have a party when we're done. We'll have a wrap-up party. We'll get together. We'll talk about what the experience was like. We'll share results. So if anyone wants to share results after the fact, whether it's just a change in number on the scale, a change in how you feel, a change in maybe you can see a little bit more muscle definition in your shoulders, or maybe you have more mental clarity, because exercise is extremely good for mental health. A lot of people don't make that correlation, but it's very good for mental health, especially the breathing. Don't skip the breathing at the end of the workout. But we'll get together after the workout is done, and we'll talk about how it went and think about whether or not round 2 is warranted at some point, maybe as we approach the holidays. So that is the end of my questions that I had that were sent to me beforehand. Got plenty of time here, so I guess for the folks that are on the call, if you want to ask any questions or drop in the chat, there is a chat feature here. I do have a question here. When will the workouts be posted? There we go. So I will post them daily. So the first workout I'll post Monday 30th, and then I will post them every day for those 30 days. So I will not post the whole program in advance. I will post them daily as we progress through the 30 days.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
To build on that question, will you be, so we start on Monday?
Yeah.
Is that correct? So Is it early morning Monday when you'll post the workout?
I'll post it Tuesday night.
Okay. The night
before. I'll Tuesday night. Yeah. Sunday. For your Monday workout, I'll post it Tuesday night. I'll post it Sunday night so that it's there for you. Actually, tell you what. It's a good question. Thanks for asking that. So I'll post it. I'll post them a day in advance. Okay, so good. I'll post it Sunday morning. That way you have a chance to look at it. You can watch the tutorials if you need to, and you've got plenty of time to prepare so that come Monday morning, you can just do the workout.
Fantastic.
Thanks for helping me sort that out. Yeah. What's your other one?
So protein. So my thought on protein was always eat your body weight in grams, right? Like with what you said. But now
ideal body weight.
Yeah. So, and then that was my question, was your ideal body weight. So I'm currently I hover around 175 to 180. So if my ideal body weight would want to be, 165, 170, but I'm working out hard, do I still stick with that 165, 170 in grams in protein?
Yeah.
And try not to go over that? Huh?
Yeah, that's plenty.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Some suggestions about what diet should look like: fiber, carbs, protein. So first of all, so you fuel your body with carbs, right? Carbohydrates turn to glucose. Glucose is fuel for your body. But believe it or not, you don't actually need carbohydrates for glucose, because you can fuel your body with ketones from fat, or two, there's a wonderful process called gluconeogenesis, wherein excess protein is converted to glucose, so you can actually turn protein into energy as well. So Olaf, as far as suggestions about what the diet should look like, it's really going to be up to you. Everyone has different things they want, right? Some people want to go into like a ketogenic state, and so they're going to just ditch the carbs entirely and go into ketosis and work off of fat for fuel, which is great if you can handle that. A lot of people can't handle that. Yeah, it's hard. Carbs are good, but if you consider, okay, if you need to get, let's say your ideal body weight is 160 pounds. If you're going to eat 160 grams of protein per day, you get 4 calories per gram of protein. So that's whatever that number is in calories that you're just eating from protein. So you just want to make sure you don't go into excess, particularly on the carbohydrates. You don't need a lot of carbohydrates in order to properly fuel your body. You can have great energy off of 50 grams of carbohydrates a day, but it is really hard to only eat 50 grams of carbohydrates a day if you're not paying attention to what you eat. So if you really want to be cognizant of not overeating, but consuming enough protein. And everyone hates this, hates it, but I highly recommend tracking your macronutrient intake. So using something like, I mean, you can literally just look at labels and write it down and just make your best guess at your portions. Or you can use an app like MyFitnessPal where so Bobby, you use MyFitnessPal. So MyFitnessPal, you can log your food and it has a lot of stuff preloaded in there. So it makes it pretty easy. It's still a pain in the ass because you still got to open up the app and put in what you're eating every time you eat. But it provides some really nice insight. I have a pretty good idea of what my macronutrient intake looks like: macronutrients, fats, carbs, protein. But every 4 or 5 weeks, I'll spend a week tracking because it always starts to drift. It starts to drift, right? I think I'm eating whatever 2,500 calories a day, and okay, look at that, I'm at 2,800 calories a day. I'm at 3,000 calories a day. Okay, so now I know I can. Well, I've been giving myself permission to whatever. Finish the kid's stupid bowl of popcorn that he didn't finish, and I hate throwing food in the trash, so I ate it. I once did an interview with a dietitian, and she told me that I'm treating my mouth like a garbage disposal. But yeah, so tracking is a pain in the butt, but it's so insightful. So I definitely recommend that. As far as ratios, right? So you know your protein, right? Okay, if whatever your ideal weight is, that's your protein. And then I would almost go even on the carbs and fats from there if you don't have anything like more specifically tailored to yourself. But definitely prioritize protein. And then fiber just comes with your carbohydrates. So if you're eating good carbohydrates, then you should be getting good fiber. If you're eating crappy carbohydrates, then you're probably not getting enough fiber. So just eat good carbohydrates. Any other questions? I really hope that you guys will, if nothing else, just drop a comment in the Facebook group once you're done with the workout, just so that I know people are doing it. Obviously, I'm going to keep posting them regardless, but it certainly motivates me, and I know it motivates other people when they see that everyone's doing it. Sweaty selfies are always great, or even just sharing your experience, right? Oh, that one was hard, or that one was fun, or whatever. I would love for you guys to like stay engaged through the Facebook group, because what I want this to be is a group, a community thing that we're doing. So of course we're all doing it ourselves in our living room or garage or backyard or whatever. But then we have a sense of doing it together as part of a community. And even if you posting doesn't give you anything, I guarantee that someone else gets something from that. So for those of you that will engage through the community, thank you in advance, and I hope everyone will. So for the folks on the line, so let me ask, so when do you think you'll be doing this? Is it going to be a morning thing? Is it going to be an evening thing?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.? Okay.
Probably 4:30 after I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wake up, get some hydration in you, and keep going.
I try to get water in before the coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Olaf, evening, cool. So for those evening workouts, the one thing I would say is try to give yourself, if you can, a couple hours between completing the workout and when you plan to actually be asleep. It's very helpful to have good restful sleep if you have time to physically and mentally wind down. But if you can't swing that, then obviously do what you can. But evening obviously is usually there's one or two options, right? There's morning or evening on a work day. So
is it okay to do a combo?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be consistent every day. That's a really good question. So you do not have to do it at the same time every day. Do whatever works for you. It's helpful for your body to kind of know when to expect certain types of things, to have a physical routine, but it's by no means necessary. So if you're like, oh, this morning was just a total bust and I couldn't get it in, then by all means do it in the evening. The 3 days for me, my wife was out of town and one of my kids was sick and my sleep was horrible, and so my morning routine went down the toilet, and so all my morning stuff became evening stuff. But now I'm back to mornings. So, yeah, whatever works. Anything else? Okay, cool. Well, like I said, we start Monday. I will be posting Sunday. So you can see from Sunday what the workouts are. I'll be posting every day. Stay engaged. And also, if there's any problems, like if, I don't know, I post a link to a tutorial and it doesn't work, or whatever, just you can shoot me a direct message or drop it in the comments. I don't care. But yeah, if you see anything that needs to be corrected, then just let me know. I'll make sure it gets taken care of. But I'm very excited that people are doing this with me. You guys are my accountability partner, because I have gotten very lazy with my home workouts. They are not creative at all. So this is bringing fitness creativity back to me, at least for 30 days. So thank you guys for doing it with me, and I'm looking forward to it.